What's up everybody, this is Ankit Bhatia and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna learn how you can stay organized while editing your videos, what are the steps that you need to take. But before that, you need to understand why you need to stay organized. Suppose that you're working on a big project and you have a different videos, one from the Sony camera, one from the drone, one from some other camera, and you have different audios, voiceovers, sound effects, graphics, and you put in all these files in one folder. It's gonna be very difficult for you to work on that project. Now you will say that you're working on a very small project and you have only few files, so why do you need to stay organized? Suppose if you will develop this habit and one day you will work on some big project, it's gonna be very difficult for you to manage at that time. So it's better to learn now. Guys, trust me, I have learned from my experience. Last year I was just editing my project and keeping all the files in the one folder, and now when I go back, it's really difficult to see that what I did at that time. I know that it's a little boring, but you need to learn this. It's really important while editing your videos. So let's go back to the computer and I'm gonna show you right now. So I'm gonna show you step-by-step tips that you need to follow. First of all, I'm gonna show you my project file. See, this is the latest project that I worked on, my movie Darpan. For every different thing I use a new folder. For example, for audios I use a new folder, for camera I use a different folder, for export I use a different folder, for pictures, for posters, for project files, for sound effects, for voiceover. So for all different kind of files I use different folders, and now it's so easy to go and see that. And also you need to create subfolders. For example, in the camera folders I have my drone footage and my Sony, and also in the Sony I used 4 different folders. So that's how you need to create your folders in the similar way. And now look at my old project, which is Goa project. It's so messed up, I cannot see anything, I cannot figure out what's going on in here. A lot of project files here, a lot of media files. It's so difficult, so that's why we need it. So for you to create it, let's always create a new folder. Let's say tutorial, and go in tutorial and create 4 different folders that I always create. First is the camera, second is the project, and third is audio, and fourth is export. So these 4 folders I always create. In my camera, all the video files will go. In my audio, all the audio files will go, the sound effects and everything. In my project, I'll create my project file. So I'm gonna show you right now. Go to the Premiere Pro, create a new project, create a project, always select folder. So that's where my project will go, in the shoot tutorial project, and give this project a name. Let's say a test project. Click OK, and this will create a new project. The second step you need to do is to import all your videos. So just drag your audio files and the video files. So here I'm gonna import my camera, my audio files and my sound effects. So just for example, I'm gonna show you, and just drag this here. So that's how it will import all the files here. As you can see that we have imported all our folders. In the audio we have audio files, in the camera we have drone and Sony as we see earlier, and in the Sony we have 4 different folders. Now the next step you will do is to label all your different kind of files, so that in your big project you can identify which label refers to which kind of file. So for example, for audios I have this green label. As you can see there, you can change your label using right click and go to the label and change your label. For drone footage we have a different label. For Sony camera we have a different label. As you can see that right now, for this Baner Hill Again folder I have this blue label. So for the first day also we have blue label, so I'm just gonna change it to, let's say, mango. Now I'm gonna show you why labeling is important. For that to understand, you have to drag all these files on your timeline. Just drag all your files here to the timeline and just drag all this. Now let's drag this folder also. First change the label for this, let's say forest. So I'm just dragging all different kind of files. And now I'll go to the sound effects folder and I'll give a different label to all the sound effects. Let's say violet, and I'm going to drag this here. So now suppose that you have mixed up all different kind of files. You can easily identify by looking at each file which folder it belongs to. For example, for greens, you can easily identify this is yellow, this is blue, this is drone footage. So now the next step or the tip that I want to give you is, if you want to apply any effect or any color grading on all the videos, then always use adjustment layers. For example, create a new adjustment layer and drag this adjustment layer and just extend the adjustment layer onto the complete video and rename this adjustment layer to, let's say, crop. And now just copy this adjustment layer, so you have two layers. Give this name a color grading. Now you have two adjustment layer, one for crop and one for color grading. You're gonna apply all the color grading effects on this layer, you're gonna apply all the crop effects on this layer. So that's how your project will be organized and you will always remember what you're doing. Now the last step that you have to do is to export your video what you have made right now. So for that, first of all, select the in point and the out point. The in point and the out means the video will start from here and end it here. Okay, and go to the file, go export and go to the media and select here H.264 and match source high bitrate, and just change this name and select your folder and go to the export folder and rename this. So say export my tutorial and just save this and export it. So it will start the export and create a video in your export folder. So guys, that's how you will stay organized and you will never forget what you did. So guys, if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up to the video and comment on my video what are the suggestions that you wanna give me, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care, bye bye, see you.